American Primeval has propelled a controversial historical figure into the center of public discourse, Brigham Young, but it's far from the first film to depict Young and his impact on the American West. American Primeval has been released on Netflix as a tense, dramatic, and thrilling retelling of historical events. However, the series is first and foremost designed as a piece of entertaining media. Though it features several characters from history and events that shaped the landscape of the American West, it has taken liberties with the facts. One of the characters who features prominently in the series, Brigham Young, was in fact the second prophet of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, more commonly referred to as Mormons. However, the depiction of Brigham Young in American Primeval has been criticized by historians, both from the LDS Church and those who have no formal connection to the faith. Despite this, it does highlight a figure who undeniably had a great deal of influence at a pivotal time in the history of the United States, and one which has been depicted in various other films beyond American Primeval. 4. Brigham Young. A heroic tale of conquering the Wild West. Brigham Young 1940. First up, a film which provides a drastically different look at Brigham Young comes from a much earlier period, with the movie being released in 1940. Brigham Young, later retitled to Brigham Young, Frontiersman, paints the controversial Young as an all-American hero. Evidently, the film does leave out considerable chunks of Young's history, including the considerable oversight of Young's practicing polygamy, but it does offer a much more rounded picture of the man. The movie was made as a way to draw comparisons between the religious injustice and persecution of Jews in Europe which occurred in World War II, and the persecution experienced by members of the Mormon faith in the 1830s, when they became the target of an extermination order in Missouri, and found themselves repeatedly attacked and displaced from their homes, leading to the long journey west. Obviously, this comparison is by no means perfect, and the film has numerous flaws, but it is worth watching to see a different side of Young from American Primeval. 3. The Avenging Angel. A fictionalized retelling of the Danites. The Avenging Angel 1995. In 1995, The Avenging Angel is another film which highlighted a specific militant group who operated secretly within the Mormon faith from 1838 to about 1870. The organization, known as the Danites, carried out brutal and violent acts, including the Mountain Meadows Massacre, which is the scene depicted early in American Primeval, and in both projects, Brigham Young is depicted as being someone who ordered these attacks and behaved in a ruthless and bloodthirsty manner. However, The Avenging Angel follows a fictional member of the group named Miles Utler again. While the truth obviously varies from the depictions in these films, The Avenging Angel is a film that gathers together an impressive cast, including Charlton Heston who plays Brigham Young. The film also paints members of the LDS Church in a much more favorable light. However, the commitment to accuracy and authenticity is again somewhat dicey in this film. 2. September Dawn. A widely panned exploration of the Mountain Meadows Massacre. Brigham Young played by Terrence Stamp in September Dawn. In 2007, the awful brutality and inhumanity of the Mountain Meadows Massacre was once again used as a comparison to highlight senseless violence and terror acts in the wake of the September 11th attacks. September Dawn pulls together an impressive cast including Jon Voight, Terrence Stamp, and Dean Cain to play important figures in the Mormon faith, including Stamp as Brigham Young. While some other titles imply Young's connection to the massacre, this film directly asserts that he was responsible, and following the events, sought to silence others who might implicate him. However, the movie received several abysmal ratings, including rare 0-star scores from the likes of Roger Ebert and also from Variety. The claims of the film are not based on facts, and appear to be decidedly biased against the Mormon faith. As a result, it's a divisive, dark, and cruel depiction of one of the darkest days in United States history, reimagined in the form of an odd romance with bizarre and unfounded overtones. 1. Joseph Smith, the Prophet of the Restoration. The LDS Church's own take on Brigham Young. Joseph Smith, Prophet of the Restoration. Finally, to see an example of Brigham Young directly from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Church has produced a feature-length film depicting pivotal early moments in the formation and development of the faith. Admittedly, Joseph Smith, the Prophet of the Restoration, is more directly concerned with depicting the founder of the faith, Joseph Smith, but it does introduce Brigham Young approximately halfway through the runtime. On top of this, as a production by the LDS Church, it obviously contains a biased depiction, but it is worth watching to gain a more rounded picture of this controversial figure. The result of these numerous depictions of Brigham Young do not individually constitute a perfect picture of the man, though combined, they help to paint a picture. Young is often seen as determined, bold, loud, forceful, and strong-willed. He is also an integral part of the history of the United States. While American Primeval attempts to paint a picture of the man for the sake of entertainment, it may only scratch the surface of the actual facts concerning this controversial figure.